There's nothing better than waking up in the morning on a holiday to the sweet aromas of the cinnamon rolls. So for this Christmas holiday, I have the perfect cinnamon roll recipe for you. So don't hesitate to wow your family with this delicious snack. For the recipes, you're going to be needing a 1/3 cup of sugar, 1 cup of warm milk, a 1/4 cup of melted butter, a sachet of some instant yeast, a teaspoonful of cinnamon powder, 1 or 2 eggs. So we're going to transfer our warm milk into a mixing bowl. Then you're going to add the sugar. We're going to add the whole sachet of yeast. This is 100 grams. Mix everything together. So we'll crack the eggs in a separate bowl and add them. And we're also going to add our cinnamon powder. Then lastly, but not least, we'll come in and add the butter, and we're going to mix this together thoroughly. Make sure that even the eggs are well beat. So now it's time to add the baking flour, and we're going to use the all-purpose baking flour. For the flour measurement, we're going to use 4 cups of baking flour, and we're going to mix it in as we progress. So in order to come up with the perfect dough, that is the exact quantity of ingredients you're going to use. Now you're going to transfer the whole dough onto a flat surface and knead it some more. Once it's soft enough, transfer it into a clean bowl lined with some vegetable oil, and make sure that you cover the dough with some oil so that it does not dry up. And we'll cover the whole thing with a clean kitchen cloth and set it aside in a warm place to rise. In a separate bowl, mix a 1/4 cup of sugar, a 1/4 cup of powdered cinnamon. Use a spoon or spatula to mix the 2 ingredients together until it's well blended. 45 minutes later, our dough has proofed and doubled in size, and we're going to punch it in to get rid of excess air. Then we're going to transfer it into a flat surface and roll it out into a rectangular shape. Once you achieve the desired rectangular shape, we'll come in with the butter or margarine depending on what is available, and we're going to spread it on a rolled out dough. Make sure the whole surface is well covered. Now we're going to sprinkle our cinnamon and sugar mix. Sprinkle it evenly, making sure that each and every surface is well covered. So now it's time to roll the dough, and you can start from whichever edge you want to start from. Make sure you start small as you roll it out into a bigger roll. I'm using a knife to mark where I'll be cutting the dough, and I'll be using some dental floss to cut it up. So this is just to guide me while cutting it up so that I can have some relatively equal pieces. If you don't have some dental floss available, you can also use some sewing thread. I always find that the strings cut the dough precisely as compared to using a knife. And also, if the edges are unrolling, just pinch it against the whole roll and it will stick in place. Just make sure that they are not rolling out. So this is how you're going to pinch the edges. Now this is not a necessary step, I'm just taking precaution since I do not want my cinnamon roll sticking to the baking tin. But the butter in the cinnamon roll is already enough to line the baking tin while in the oven. So we're going to arrange our cinnamon rolls into the baking tin. Make sure you space them out. And we're going to cover it with the kitchen tablecloth and leave it to proof for another 30 minutes. Once they have doubled in size, we're going to bake them in the oven at 180 degrees for 45 minutes. And look at that, guys. The cinnamon rolls look so golden brown, delicious. Now we're going to make some creamy toppings for it, and I'm going to be using 2 tablespoons of icing sugar, 2 tablespoons of margarine or melted butter, and 2 tablespoons of milk. We're going to add some vanilla essence for flavoring and mix these thoroughly. Adding the frosting is very optional as it contains a lot of sugar. So if you are not a fan of sugary frostings, you can just leave it out. But since I was making these cinnamon rolls for teenagers who are very energetic and love delicious snacks, I was gonna add the frosting on top just to give it a little kicker. We're also going to let it sit for about 30 minutes to cool down and for the frosting to settle in before we serve. So here we are, guys, our homemade cinnamon rolls, all made from scratch with the perfect measurements of ingredients. Try this out this coming holiday season. It's the Christmas season and you can treat your families to a snack. Oh guys, this looks so beautiful, they look so amazing, and they smell so good. I wish you're here to feel the smell. The whole house smells heavenly. These are the perfect snacks for this holiday, guys. Go try it and let me know in the comment section how it turns out. And while adding the frosting, just make sure that the cinnamon rolls have cooled down a bit, or you can just add and pop them into your fridge for it to cool down and settle in. And while at it, guys, if you love the recipe, kindly don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, make sure you leave a thumbs up if you really loved it. We have also unlocked new features on our channel. We now have the super chat option whereby you get to appreciate all my work if you love it. All you have to do is click on the super chat button that looks like a $ right below the video, and you get to follow the prompts to participate. And we also have the membership join button. All you have to do is click on it and choose the type of membership you want to subscribe to on our channel, and you get to enjoy the perks on each and every level. So be on the lookout on these 2 new features, and we shall be updating as we proceed. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and see you next time in our next one. Happy holidays, guys.